Hello everyone, and welcome to this ASMR audio. But before we get into it, just a couple of reminders. First, please listen to this audio in a nice, relaxing, and safe environment, if you can. Second, please try to stay hydrated throughout the length of this audio. And third, and more specifically to this audio is dedicated for women and girls. So, if you don't consider yourself part of that demographic, or you don't think listening to it will really give you anything, then maybe this isn't the audio for you. Thank you. Hey, it's been a while since we've talked like this, hasn't it? I think it has. And I bet it's also been a really long day for you. Long day, maybe long week, maybe long months. Yeah. And you know what? For this little session between you and me, we're gonna cut the role play. I'm talking to you specifically. I'm trying to reach you right now, okay? Because I have a message that I really, really want to deliver to you. So, if you could indulge me, that would be great. I've been watching you, and I can sense that there's a lot of feelings of inadequacy, feelings of inferiority, and I get it. I mean, I don't get it probably to the extent that you do, right? And sometimes having people tell you that they understand can kind of feel bad. I understand that totally, but this is girlhood. And girlhood, while it is beautiful and you can get so much out of it, girlhood is really scary sometimes, isn't it? Girlhood can be really intimidating, right? I get that. Hell, I dealt with it a lot growing up. Oh, all those days, all those hours and then days and weeks and all that time I would spend comparing myself to the other girls in my class, feeling like they were so much prettier than me. And what was I? Just a stupid 5th grader. I thought that because I wore sweatpants, that I wasn't really as good of a girl as them, that I was ugly, lesser than, you know? Then I went to high school, and I thought because I didn't wear one pieces, like rompers and those kinds of things, it made me ugly, made me less of a girl, made me too masculine, maybe undesirable, and I felt that, and it sucked. It really, really sucked. But over all that time and all the people telling me they wished they could give me a makeover, wished they could throw away all my clothes that I liked, I always found that one thing stayed the same. And that was that I was fulfilling my own needs, how I wanted to be, how I wanted to dress, how I wanted to represent myself. And that was important. That was important for me. And maybe that's important for you. There's no one way to be a girl. That is such a lie. To be a girl and the whole aspect of girlhood is so diverse. You can be anything and still be a girl. You can present however you want and still be a girl. That's the magic of it. And the only thing that holds you back from believing that is your own worries, And from the outside, it feels really easy to just tell people, hey, have confidence in yourself. Hey, you should carry yourself like you're beautiful. Oh, you can tell me all about that. my mom, my mom growing up, she had a lot of issues with me and what kind of girl I could have turned out to be. You know, telling me like, open your eyes more, smile more, open your clavicles a little bit, present more femininely, you know, don't sit with your legs across, please sit with them, you know, over each other. And I just thought, this is so trivial. I just thought, is wearing this shirt that has like whatever masculine print on it, is that gonna suddenly change who I am on the inside? Because me in the most frilly dress versus me in a tuxedo, at the end of the day, my skin is underneath all that fabric, and that's me. It doesn't change anything. I can be whatever the hell I want. And if people like my mom have issues because I don't present femininely enough, that's truly and honestly their problem. What is it, a crime to not be girly enough? And what is girly? What is girly? Do you see how this shit gets so complicated? And it's almost like everything is against itself, you know? You're told to smile more, but if you're too happy, too outgoing, you're annoying. Can you believe that? You're told to be smart, be educated, but not too much that you intimidate people. God forbid that. And yeah, it sucks. And it is really, really scary to meet for the first time. I'm meeting some aspects of girlhood for the first time in my life. And I'm 22. And it can be overwhelming. But when all that is said and done, you know, when we put aside the scary, daunting, intimidating aspects of girlhood aside, we get to find out the beauty of girlhood. And I have been able to experience it. And I dedicate myself to spreading that because peak girlhood is meant to be shared. I believe that. It took me a long time, actually. I went all throughout my primary school years wishing I could have a friend group, a true girl friend group, like the ones I saw in my favorite cartoons like Winx Club or My Little Pony. Oh, I wished I could be part of a friend group like that. And I was part of all girl friend groups, don't get me wrong, but the feeling of camaraderie just wasn't there. There was too much competition, too much arguing, too much one girl trying to be better, and that wasn't really healthy. And I was usually the girl that was put at the bottom because I couldn't measure up in a lot of cases. That's okay. That was a long time ago. And it took me a while. It took me until my sophomore year of high school, actually, to meet some girls and become part of their friend group. And I didn't realize that I had really achieved such a great group of friends, such a great group of girlfriends, until my senior year when we were out on the field. And the principal came to us to take a picture with us, like a goodbye photo before we graduated. And I was there in that photo. I wasn't at the edge. I was in the middle. And I was surrounded by all my friends. And I still have that photo. And I look at it sometimes because that right there was proof that I had achieved something I wanted so hard since I was a kid, was to have an all-girls friend group who truly supported me and truly liked me for the girl I was without wanting to change me. And I had to wait until my sophomore year of high school, and I got lucky. this is to say that you too can achieve that. You know what I mean? There is that all-girl friend group just waiting to let you in. And when you're an adult, I'm just saying, it was nice having it in high school, but what could we do back then? A coffee date, maybe, after school, if we had time, okay? But all my friends were nerds, so they studied, okay? But when you're an adult, all the things you can do, don't even get me started. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. And I'm really excited for you. Truly. I'm excited for you to get to experience all these cool things, to have a girl to talk to about your problems who will actually listen to you and not judge you for your feelings, a girl you can cry in front of, ugly cry. Oh, that's amazing. But with girlhood comes a certain degree of shame. For some reason, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because we live in a very interesting type of society, but we're not going to get into that. But as a girl, it can be really easy to look around at other women and kind of compare ourselves to them. We go to the streets. Actually, the other day, I went to the mall. I went in what I considered casual wear because I was just like, whatever, I'm just going to the mall. And I saw a girl there, and she had the most coordinated, beautiful outfit, makeup on point, her hair was gorgeous, and for a second, I compared myself to her, and for a second, I felt bad. But that's seriously just what being a girl is we tend to compare ourselves to other women on very superficial grounds that we can't really dig further into. We don't really compare ourselves based off of our intellect, based off of our emotional disposition. Usually it's something we show to the world that we judge ourselves for. And that's not fair. I don't think that's fair. Because, yeah, having a cunty outfit and looking great is all well and good, but that doesn't tell us anything about who you are on the inside, So what's the point of comparing ourselves like that? That really cunty woman on the sidewalk that you just thought, wow, she has her life together. Wow, she's so put together. God, what's wrong with me? Where was she going home to? Perhaps a dysfunctional family. Perhaps she just got fired. Perhaps she just got broken up with. We don't know. And we'll never know. And that is what being a girl is about. Girlhood is a performance. A lot of the time, we have to perform to some degree, even if we don't want to, But going back to comparing ourselves, have you ever asked yourself, honestly, let's think about this. Have you ever asked yourself if in our society, is it necessarily normal or commonplace for people to go out into the streets, onto campus, at work, and freely air out the ways in which we're struggling to just anybody? Do I go to campus and do I tell people, hey guys, I accidentally forgot to fill in half of my exam and I submitted it and I got half off? No. No, we don't do that. Because we want people to see the best version of ourselves. Right. The way we are at home versus the way we are out in public. Those are two different things. Why do you think they say you don't truly know someone until you live with them? It's because that phrase has some credence to it. So, when you're out in public and you're comparing yourself to other women on the street, in your class, at work, in the social function, at the club, wherever the hell you're at, you gotta remember, truly and honestly, that we always put our best selves forward, and we do not typically tell people or show people in a way that is observable the ways in which we are struggling. And that's why comparing ourselves to other people, to other women, based off of pure observation is not healthy. It doesn't help us. And you know what? Even if there is that woman on the street who looks cunty today, and she really actually does have everything together, like she's an actual girl boss, don't compare yourself to her. Just say, dang, she's got her shit together, and I can't wait for when, not if, when I am just like her. When, not if, when. Always when. Sorry, I got passionate. But this is really important, actually. This is really important. Comparison kills us, regardless of if you're male or female, whatever. Comparison can kill us, okay? But with womanhood, especially, comparison is deadly. Don't do that to yourself. Please don't do that to yourself, you know? And I just wanted to take some time of this audio to say this, and I couldn't find a way to transition into it, like, smoothly. My bad. I do these things unscripted. Everything I say comes straight from my brain, from my heart, out to you. That's how I operate. So let me just take some time to tell you this, to you who is watching, who is listening, wherever you are, sitting, standing, whatever's going on, I'm talking to you. You are and have been a true girl, a true woman. This has always been. It's always been in your heart. It's always been in your soul. And right now, no matter where you are in your journey, you are simply making that soul manifest. That's all you're doing. You're not making yourself a good, perfect girl. You are making your outer self present your soul adequately. And in your soul, there always has been a perfect girl. Okay? That's my stance. You can disagree with me, that's fine, but you should always know that is my stance. And there will always be one person on this earth, at minimum, there will always be at least one person on this earth who will validate your girlhood. I will always see you in that light, no matter what. So, if ever you are finding yourself at night feeling bad, because that's typically when we start to feel bad, just remember, you can never ever say, no one sees me as a girl, because that is an outright lie. Capital L lie. Because I'm right here, okay? And I guarantee you, I would bet money on it, I'm not the only one, okay? And in life, we meet a lot of cruel people. We meet a lot of really cruel people who will say just about anything to hurt your feelings. And they don't care. You ask, do you care about the consequences of your words? They don't care. Because some people are truly, truly cruel. Don't let those people get in the way of your pursuit of happiness, okay? It's not worth it. They're not worth it, okay? Always pursue your own form of happiness so long as it's safe, okay? And you know what? It was a pleasure to sit here with you for 20 minutes, unscripted, and just talk to you about this, okay? And I would do it again. I will do it again. I promise. We can come right back here whenever you need it, okay? I will always be right here to talk about this over and over and over again. So, thank you for joining me today. And thank you for listening to me yap on about the beauty and horror of girlhood. Thank you. And remember, please be kind to yourself today, okay? Just a little bit. Even for 5 minutes, just take some time to breathe and think of something that you appreciate about yourself in the moment, okay? I'm sure you can do that. Thank you.